Lovers of fine entertainment and comedy chat. I've been expecting you. Mr. Bond and the stars of Skyfall will be joining us short... God, that's annoying. Let's start the show! Ladies and gentlemen, so excited. We have a really special show for you tonight. The stars of the new James Bond movie Skyfall are with us. Yes, they are. James Bond himself, Daniel Craig, is here. Legendary actor of stage and screen, the mighty Dame Judi Dench is here. And destined to be one of the top Bond villains of all time, Oscar-winning Javier Bardem is here. They're all here. Plus, we've got music all the way from Iceland performing their hit single, Little Talks. It's of monsters and men, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Now, Daniel Craig, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so excited to have him on the show. Of course, he first caught our eyes in Casino Royale in the trunks, didn't he? Yeah. I tell you. Mind you, not the first Bond to show off his amazing physique. George Lazenby did it. Yeah. Different times, ladies and gentlemen. Less secret agent, more dad on the beach. There he is. But of course, Sean Connery did it. Yeah, Sean. Oh, he was the epitome of cool. Oh, so smooth, stylish, sophisticated. Sweet Jesus in heaven. Like, did they base Borat on that? The most surprising thing about that picture is that Sean Connery hasn't had every copy of it destroyed. Of course, we must mention them, ladies and gentlemen, the glamorous Bond girls. Oh, we've loved them all, from Honey Rider to Pussy Galore to the very latest Bond girl, Sauerkraut. In his 3 movies as Bond, Daniel Craig has kissed a total of 5 women. 5? I've kissed more than that. Dear God. I'll tell you, though, the Bond who's kissed the most women is Roger Moore with 20. 20? I know. In the end, it got too much. He had to take Viagra just to get his eyebrow up. He did. I'm thrilled to have Javier Bardem on the show. Now, in Skyfall, he plays the part of Raul Silva, a platinum-haired, power-crazed man who wreaks havoc in London. It's Javier Bardem! Hello, sir.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Have a seat there. Dial M for magnificent. It's Dame Judi Dench. Hello, my darling. So nice to see you. Come in and have a seat. There she is. And prepare to be shaken and stirred. It is Mr. Daniel Craig. This is exciting. Honestly, I'm so thrilled that you're all here. We're doing a Bond special. And obviously, you're all in Skyfall. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, just very got a quick talk about the last time we saw you as Bond, with Her Majesty, the Olympics. Like, how long was that in the planning?
Quite a long time. Danny Boyle came to visit me on set. He sat me down, he told me what he wanted to do, and I walked out and said, I really thought he was just pulling my leg. So, anyway, the whole kind of thing, came about. Next thing I know, I'm at the palace, so...
Because you must have thought, oh, I'll agree to it, but it'll never happen. You know, you can say...
Well, I didn't. I mean, I thought they hadn't sort of had the OK from the palace, but apparently they got that first, and then asked me, so I didn't have much choice.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if you turned it down. Didn't you do some improv with the desk?
She was... Yes, she does it. She does improv every Friday night. She kind of invented some stuff to do. She asked if she could maybe pretend to write a letter. So she was doing something as I walked in.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was very good.
There was a lot of talk about how grumpy she looked at the actual ceremony. And I have a theory. Is it because she didn't understand that for continuity, she'd have to wear that salmon dress again on the night? Do you think she knew that?
I don't know.
I don't Dame Judi, were you asked to be involved in this? Because as M, it would have been...
No, not at all. Not at all. I was extremely miffed.
You were.
And then I saw it all happen. I thought, there we are, in spite of us all. He never let on. He never said a word.
Did you not say anything?
Nothing. Did you?
No. I don't speak English.
See, I'm laughing now.
You will suffer later.
And of course, Judi, you're a fan of the surprise appearances yourself. Because it was a bit like the Olympics. I went to see Pirates of the Caribbean, and then this happened.
Is that it? I was told that was a non-speaking part. And I thought, no. Don't think so.
But did you know the director? Did you know Johnny
Yeah,
Depp?
I did. I did.
Okay.
I did. And they said, would you do 30 seconds? I said, you bet I would.
But also, this is... OK, one thing about cameos in movies, people do cameos in movies, but you've done sort of cameos on stage, haven't you? Was it Les Miserables that you...
It was Les Miserables, yes. I was in All's Well That Ends Well at the... where was it? You know.
Some theatre,
the Lyric,
right?
or...
The Lyric, no.
Or the Gielgud.
Yeah, the Gielgud, yeah.
And I appeared... I'm so pleased you know. And I appeared at the beginning of Act 2, and then at the very end of Act 2. And after we'd been running, we'd already done it at Stratford, and we came and did it in London. And I thought, no. I have to do something else in Act 2 than just sit about and chat to people. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll go along and I'll appear in Les Mis. And I did. I got a costume, and I got out of my costume, raced along, and stood by, and I thought, I'll do the barricades. And I did the barricades, and they said, you get shot in this. So I said, OK. And they said, you'll hear the shoot, and then we'll come and help you off. I said, right. So the moment came, and I was shot, and I went, ah! And a man came on, he said, only in the arm.
Because Javier, your mother, she was a very, very famous actress.
She is.
She is
a
very famous actress. But how old are you when she used to smuggle you into clubs and things?
5.
Proper nightclubs?
Yeah, because she was touring with the theater company, and we didn't have money to hire a nanny, so we went. I was accompanying her, and then one day she said, "I want to take a drink with the people from the company," and then they what's the word? They smuggled me in the disco.
Smuggle.
Until Saturday Night Fever songs start to play. And then I jump into the thing to dance. And everybody in the dance were like, what is this 5-year-old kid dancing in this nightclub? And my mother was trying to hide me. This is cool. And then she never took me back to any club until I was 7.
And at 5, did you know all the moves to Saturday Night Fever?
Of course I know, man. I grew.
And a little bird tells me you still know all the moves to Saturday Night Fever.
No, I don't know. No. I should have seen this coming.
That would be terrible. No.
Yes.
That would be great.
So listen, here we are celebrating Skyfall, the first Bond for it's 4 years, isn't it, since the last one now? Yeah, and it finally opens nationwide tonight. The wait is over. I'm sort of jealous of people who haven't seen it. It's just brilliant. And it's extraordinary, like, 'cause it has been going for 50 years. Is it the 23rd movie? I think it's the 23rd.
It is the 23rd movie. Yeah.
And after all this time, it's still a big event.
Yeah.
And like I remember growing up in Ireland, they were so excited because it was the closest to porn we could get in Ireland. They were like the sexiest films we'd ever seen. What was your first one? What was your first one?
Live and Let Die.
Good one. That's the voodoo, isn't it? The chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger Moore, Jane Seymour. Solitaire.
Oh, yes.
Solitaire.
Yes, she's the voodoo creature. Yeah. And they go to the weird island. And they
That's
want
right.
to,
Jamaica. Is that weird?
I was growing up in Ireland. It was really weird. The sun was shining. It was very mysterious. Did you see them? Did you see them in Spain?
Yeah, sure. Well, I left the nightclub that day that I went to the movie theater. The first one was Moonraker. I was 11 or 12, but I was immediately drawn to Jaws, actually.
Oh, the villain.
Yeah.
And now look.
Yeah, because I guess my destiny was written on stone, but I was not drawn into James Bond. I was looking at that guy and said, those beautiful eyes. He was such a nice person. So I didn't get why he was doing villain, because he was like, I thought he was lovely.
And it was dubbed into Spanish, presumably.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So what's Moonraker in Spanish?
Moonraker. I think that one doesn't have any translation. I don't know what it means. Somebody can tell me what it means, actually, Moonraker?
It doesn't make anything in English, does it?
It was that thing that ate up the thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
The thing that ate up the thing.
You remember at the beginning?
Yes.
There was a thing like that, and
That's right. Yes.
Moonraker, wasn't
It was
it?
a space shuttle. It was all kind of spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't my favourite one, I have to say. Listen, I'll tell you what, we've talked about all the others. Let's have a look at Skyfall. Now, we can't give too much away about the plot. Why did they let me see it? It's just, it's been killing. I don't know how you guys do it. I've only known for a week, and it's killing me. How you've known for months, I do not know. So I can't wait for everyone to see it so that we can just talk about it. This is a clip from near the beginning of the movie with M calling the shots. Here we go.
I may have a shot. It's not clean. Repeat, I do not have a clean shot. There's a tunnel ahead. I'm gonna lose them. Can you get into a better position? Negative, there's no time. Take the shot. I say take the shot. I can't, I may hit Bond. Take the bloody shot.
So good.
That was
So good. So that's the first time you've seen that, Judi?
No, I saw that last week in New York,
Oh, okay.
said she.
No, 'cause I just wonder, because on the day when you're doing, take the bloody
Yes, you
shot...
don't see it then.
No, but do you know what's going on at all?
You do, if you've read the script.
You've read it? Okay. Do you like those bits when you're in charge and you're kind
Oh, you bet, you bet. I love keeping naughty boys in order.
There's a lot of that. There really is. Now, Stop it, kids. And, Javier, were you intimidated joining? Because these guys are very established in the Bond franchise.
Yeah, and I hear horrible things about them, and I didn't want to...
Did you sort of have a moment on your first day?
Yeah, my first day of shooting was the scene with both of them. Yeah, on the...
Oh no, in the yeah.
Don't give too much away.
No.
But basically, they were both looking at me, and then I was
Judging.
saying the lines.
Sneering.
I realized that it was Judi and Daniel looking at me very like that, and then I realized it was M and James Bond looking at me, and then I was in a crystal cell, and I realized that it was the Bond villain. I was doing a James Bond movie,
Yeah.
and then all my lines went off, and Sam, which he kind of knew, he came to me and laughing and said, "What happened?" So I just realized I'm the Bond villain. And then I start to try to get into the thing again. And I was doing this scene, and then I hear pam para pam 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 para pam para pam pam. I go, what is that? And that was Judi's,
that was Judi's cell phone.
so unprofessional.
He lives it.
That's incredible.
Incredible. It's
But it
more than
always
that.
goes off. She doesn't change it. It just goes off all the time.
How cool is that you're doing the scene with her and she's putting the music herself?
Now, Daniel, in terms of being offered the part of Bond, you were quite reluctant, I think, to say yes.
I was very reluctant. I couldn't quite understand why I was being asked. That was really, it was off my radar, really. I mean, Barbara Broccoli approached me to play it, and I said, "You're interested?" I said, "Well, thank you very much. It's very nice, but I think you got the wrong guy." But she was quite persistent.
Because it's not like saying yes to anything else. I mean, if you walk into a village in Timbuktu, someone will go, James Bond.
And I have.
What does that do to your head? I mean...
It's quite disconcerting at first, but I kind of enjoy it now. I think that I'm enjoying making the films, and it's sort of they're part of my life, and it's an honour. It's a real honour to sort of do it. So I kind of take it and enjoy it. I can't. There are places I can't go to, but I live in New York and London, and people have got more important things to do. They don't really care. They just go, oh, that's
James Bond.
James Bond.
Do you have to audition for Bond?
Yeah, I had to do a full day's screen test. Well, it was supposed to be a full day, and halfway through the day I went, sod this, I'm not doing any more, and walked off. But, I mean, that was... I'd sort of done enough... One of the things you have to do is you have to do a scene from Russia with Love. You know the scene where he comes in... I don't even remember it. He comes to the room, and Tatiana, whatever her name is, lying naked in bed, and... There's a sort of scene about, is that your gun?
Okay.
And then they're filming it from behind. So I did that, and then I had to take my shirt off for some reason, but I'm not quite sure what that was about.
Was that the end of the day?
Yeah.
Did you have to do stunt? Did you have to do a forward roll and stuff?
Yeah.
Did he really make you do things?
Handstand.
But in terms of auditions, I guess what's nice is you're auditioning for a really great job. In the beginning, you had to do terrible, like commercials and stuff.
You must have done those, though.
They're terrible.
I mean, it's part of... there was a short period, my agent's here tonight, she used to put me out for commercials, and she gave up. Because I'd go along to these things, and they'd say things like, OK, I want you to pretend to mow the lawn. It's for coffee. And we want you to be so happy dancing to you're Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves, Go. And I gotta go, it's walking on sunshine. And that would, I could never,
Well, a little bird tells me you still know all the moves. I jest. Now, it's very exciting. The other day, this is amazing, the amount of money you guys raised. There was that auction for various charities of all the Bond paraphernalia and Bond mementos. The Aston Martin sold for $241,000. This is the model. There's a little... that went for £61,000. I mean, it's amazing, the thing. A watch of yours, $157,000. And Dame Judi, you were in charge of one of the star lots, were you not?
I was able... They said, would you bang the gavel on Daniel's pants? I mean, on...
Yes. Yeah. Ow.
for charity.
And they were estimated, I think, between £3,000 and £5,000, and I think they went for £35,000.
I got 44,000.
Oh, 44?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Slightly soiled.
Missed it.
Was it your idea to reference the Ursula Andress Think Me Out of the Sea? Or was it in the script?
It happened by accident, really. I mean, the blue, those things came up, and so where we were filming, I was supposed to be swimming across, and I was supposed to sort of stand up and sort of look around. But the water was, it's like in some places where the water just stays at this depth for about a mile.
Yeah.
So I kind of swam along, like kind of pretending to swim, and then stood up and was there, and that's how the shot happened. So it was by accident more than anything. Because,
I mean, I can see why they asked you to take your shirt off, and you're very generous with your body in this new In Skyfall, the laundry bill's very low. Your shirt is a lot. You don't look like... Do you look like that all the time? Or do you have to get ready for these things?
No, I don't. I start training about 6 months before we start shooting, and then continually. But what's lucky about it is that we plan out the sort of shirtless scenes quite carefully, so I can sort of decarb and do all that sort of really boring stuff. And then the rest of the time, I just eat and drink what I want and just try and stay in shape.
To give you an idea of how much work it takes to look like Daniel does in the movies, we asked the audience if they happen to have any shots of themselves emerging from the waves. Sadly, some did. Actually, I say sadly. Now, the first one, rather, where's Glenn? Where's Glenn? Now, look at Glenn. Now, was this a long time ago, this picture? Just saying. Look at Glenn. Look at that. Are you an actor, Glenn? Oh, look, he's getting a round of applause for his body. Wow. Are you an actor?
No.
What do you do?
Lawyer.
He's a lawyer. Beautiful lawyer. Look at him there. Very good. Where's Kerry Barnes? Where's Kerry? There's Kerry. Now, is Tom here?
He is.
Oh, you're Tom.
Hello.
Now, Tom, he took a lovely picture of himself. He liked the picture so much. Is this true, Kerry?
Yeah.
He gave it to you for Christmas in a frame. And where does he make you keep it?
It's beside the bed so you can look at it when he's...
All right, yes, Kerry, we understand. Well, there it is. That's... And finally, our final bathing beauty is Steve. Steve Keaton. Oh, there's Steve. Steve. Now, Steve went a bit... He likes getting out of the waves. He had a full photo shoot. Here he is, just in general. Here I am getting out of the waves. Look, that's a very odd print on those togs. That's all I'll say there. But he sort of pulls that off. He sort of, you know, he looks quite mannish. In some of the other shots, he doesn't quite carry it off as well. And then it must have been a long day of shooting, and he just went model crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, tiger. Beautiful. Well, baby. Very good. Now, Judi, the last time you were here, we tried to talk to you about Bond. You couldn't tell us anything about it because of all the secrecy. And so, like, how cloak and dagger is it? When you get the script, does someone sit with you while you read it and then take it away again?
No, but it's kind of stamped all over each page with your name.
Oh, so they know that it's your
so
script.
So they know if somebody gets it, they know who to hammer.
And I don't think I'm giving too much away. You do swear a bit in this film.
Yeah, but that's that kind of person she is, a bit. Yeah. I mean, she's a woman holding a very important job in a man's world. I think she's allowed to swear a bit.
But do you know that the British Board of Film Classification, they've got a thing called...
Do they cut it, have they?
No, they haven't. But they have a thing called the Dench factor, that they get more complaints about swearing if it's you. It's true. It is true.
No, it's not.
It is true. In Quantum of Solace, there was only one complaint for violence. There were two complaints because people thought they saw a flash of gentle, but it turned out to be a shadow. And all the rest of the complaints were for you swearing.
A flash of gentle.
Yes, quite.
A flash...
Of gentle.
A genital.
Oh. A flash of gentle.
No, it was a lady's leg, and there was a bit of shadow at the top, and people thought... You know.
Genital.
Yeah. And now, M has an awful lot more to do in this movie.
Yes.
She does, yeah.
I can say that, can't I?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's about time.
Was it because... Was it always going to happen, or was it because Sam Mendes came on board and he went...
It's just about time.
Yeah.
She's usually just sitting in an office on the phone.
But Judi might have quite liked that.
No.
Oh, I see, you want to get involved.
They were all, they were all away and in glamorous places, and I was kept in a shed at the back.
But in this one, you do get out and about. You've got some big action sequences that you're involved in. Having wanted to do them, did you, in fact, enjoy them?
Oh, you bet I enjoyed them.
She's very good at them as well.
I loved it. I had to go to Shed 19, and I can't possibly tell you what that was about, but I did.
And I suppose one of the nice things about filming is you do get to do, learn new skills, do different experiences. Like, Judi, didn't you had to learn how to smoke a spliff, didn't you?
I did. In a film I've never seen.
Called Rage?
Called Rage, yes. And so I was required to do this. So they got a charming young man from university in. He said, this is what you do. What you do, right? Yes, wonderful. This is what you do, yes, fine. And then they gave me, for some reason, a tiny little revolver that was a lighter. Now, I had more trouble with the revolver as a lighter than I did about the thing, because I set my trousers alight.
And because you're such a good actress, after you'd smoked your spliff, did you feel high?
I'm not saying a word to you.
It's worth asking. And listen, we must talk about... now, are they Bond women now?
Yes.
And here are the Bond women in Skyfall. Now, that's Severine character, but her name is Bernice.
Bernice.
And then Eve is the other one.
No,
Naomi Harris. Very good. Now, were you ever asked to be a Bond girl back in the day?
No.
Just
Only
one.
M.
Only just the M.
Just the M.
Yeah. Now, lovely, and I adored Skyfall, but I felt you let us down a bit with the names. They're not classic Bond women names, I feel. They're sensible names that people might be called. They were very good in the past. Was it Xenia Onatop?
Onatop, wasn't it?
Onatop. That's
Xenia
a great name. And, and obviously Pussy Galore and everything. And we discovered there's a formula for finding out what your Bond girl name would be. And what you do is you take your grandmother's maiden name. Do you know this?
And your pet.
No.
And the first pet you've had.
No, that's your porn
one.
star. That's your porn star name. That's your porn star name.
What?
This one it's your grandmother's maiden name for your surname, and then when you were a kid, the nickname you had for your genitals is your first one. So I would have been Winky Reynolds if I was a Bond girl. Judi, what would your Bond girl name be?
Just leave it with me for a minute.
Okay. Bond girl name? You know you want to tell us. I can see you want to tell us.
Cock Hargreaves?
Okay, let's see if I can see the Bond girls in the audience. Let's see if I can some Bond girls. Cock Hargreaves. Yeah, Eve is better than that. Now, what would your Bond name be?
It would be Binky Morrissey.
Binky Morrissey?
Binky Morrissey.
That's adorable. You're a little Binky. What would you have been?
Marjorie Newman.
Were you following the formula? Marjorie. Ooh. Are you guys related?
She's my daughter. My mother.
So you were the one who called it Marjorie, presumably?
No.
No?
No, she was not.
Oh, no, sure. You decided to call it Marjorie.
No, a previous boyfriend I had.
I'm so sorry.
I'm saying this in front of Daniel Craig!
And my father will be watching somewhere.
Oh, no. We'll just keep Marjorie under wraps. What was yours?
Fanula McCarrick.
Fanula. Meet Marjorie. Marjorie and Fanula. Well done, all the Bond girls. Very good. Okay, now. We must get on. Yeah. Now, Javier. Pronounced correctly?
Yes.
Bardem. Now, listen, Silva is a fantastic villain. Really, really good villain. And I think what I liked about him much, he's kind of a righteous villain. In that he believes he is right on his side. Is that what makes him more than a villain in a way?
I think it's more reliable in the sense that rather than being a person who wants to destroy the world just because he has a very personal goal to achieve, and he proceeds with a lot of clarity on it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's more reliable. It was for me as an actor, because I could understand better what was behind that.
But even in the audience, like, you sort of think, well, he's got a point. You know, it's yeah. And there's a brilliant sort of erotically charged scene between Silva and James Bond. Was that the way it was written, or did you just kind of decide to do it like that?
No, it was written like that. It was written like that, and then
He did encourage it, though.
He fanned the flames.
We play with it, and we have fun with it. I mean, it's...
No, they really do play with it and have fun with it. They really do. Now, you're quite the heartthrob. The ladies, you know, the ladies are very keen. Yeah. Marjorie's gagging for you. Marjorie can't say enough about you. She really can't. But even Marjorie might be put off sometimes by... sometimes you don't do something with your hair. Some of the hairstyle... Like in this, you've gone blonde in Skyfall, but your classic bad hair, it won you an Oscar in No Country for Old Men. Now, I always assumed that was... It is genius. I always thought it was a wig, but it wasn't a wig.
No, it wasn't a wig, unfortunately not. I had to live with that for 2 months in Santa Fe. Yeah, and no matter what I did with it, it will always stay that shape. So when I went to buy something on the supermarket, everybody will freak out for a second.
And didn't you have to wear a hairnet all the time?
Yeah, I had to wear a hairnet, and then, to put the thing on place. And then the last day of shooting, I went to shoot, and I have to take an elevator to go to the first floor of a building where we were shooting, and the elevator opens, and everybody on the crew were wearing. And the Coen brothers were right there in front of me with a thing. Was it the hairnet? No?
Hairnet, yeah.
And then I realized, like, that's scary.
It is scary because you were so scary in that film. It's freaky.
That's what they pay me for. I'm such a nice boy.
You are. You seem charming. Because now, Daniel, some people, you know, they don't like looking at old pictures of themselves, but there are some quite good hair shots of you from the past. Oh, don't get upset.
I'm not upset.
Here's a lovely picture of you and Alex Kingston in Mull Flanders.
It's all my own hair.
It looks like you're sharing the wig. It looks like there wasn't the budget for two.
Just to make Javier feel better.
But this one is incredible. This is for our friends in the north. Look at you in that. It is phenomenal to think that man is now James Bond. It's phenomenal. Listen, we've talked about Silva, the villain. So we're going to see a bit of you in action as the villain. And this is, well, every commuter's nightmare. Here we go.
I won't miss next time, Mr. Silva.
Not bad. Not bad, James, for a physical wreck.
Why, thank you.
You caught me. Now, here's your prize. The latest thing from my local toy store. It's called Radio.
I do hope that wasn't for me.
But that is.
Skyfall, it opens nationwide tonight. It's going to, I mean, you don't need luck. It's going to be just a huge success. I just loved it. So I'm thrilled you came to talk to us about it. Right, it's time for some music. Now, this band hail from Iceland, and their debut album, My Head is an Animal, you heard me, Judi, has taken the world by storm, performing their smash hit single, Little Talks. Please welcome Of Monsters and Men.
It's an empty house. So hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear. The stairs creak as I sleep, it's keeping me awake. It's just a house telling you to close your eyes. And some days I can't even dress myself. It's killing me to see you this way. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our body and safe to shore. And buried with our past. We used to play outside when we were young and full of life and full of love. Some days I feel like I'm wrong when I am right. Your mind is playing tricks on you, my dear. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our body safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. The streets all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. You disappear. All that's left is a ghost of you. Now we're torn apart. There's nothing we can do. Just let me go and meet again soon. Now wait for me. Please hang around. I'll see you when I fall asleep. Don't listen to a word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore.
Beautiful. Woo. Oh, Montes and Men, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Come and join me, do. There you go. Excellent. Hello, sir. Hi. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Hello, nice lady. Hello, sir. Come and sit down, do. Yeah. Squash up, squash up. Squash up, very polite, nice Icelandic people. Lovely, lovely. Entente cordial. We're not going far. All right. Your two names, well, is it Nanna?
Nanna, yeah.
Nanna?
Ragnar.
There you are.
Brynjar.
Brynjar?
No, Brynjar.
Yeah. Javier? See? Now that single's out, the album's out, and the new single, is it Mountain Sound?
Yes.
When's that out soon, isn't it?
Yes.
Very soon, probably.
In the near future.
In the near future. Keep an eye out. Yeah. So, before we go, we've just got time for a story to In the Red Chair. So, let's see who's up first. Wow. Someone thought they might be on television. Yeah, that's not a buying milk frock, is it? Now, what's your name, nice lady?
I'm Emma.
Emma, lovely. And you look stunning. Did you make any of this? Did you design any of this?
It's vintage.
It's vintage.
From the 80s.
Old clothes. No, they were previously loved. So, off you go with your story.
Okay, a few years ago I was a student, obviously, and I took advantage of the 2-for-1 deal in the local cafe, so I had really cheap tacky burger. Then I went out to the library and it was exam time, so the library was packed to the brim.
Yes.
Then I spotted a guy across from me who was in my class. I'd fancied him the whole 3 years at university. Then I had my headphones on really loud, and out over the headphones I did the loudest fart in the world. Then the guy looked at me along with 300 other people. I was so embarrassed, and not to mention that he was in my year class the whole following year, and I never got in a bout with him. So. I've got a boyfriend now, so it's fine. And he's in the audience.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. I was really embarrassed.
Did people point at you for after that and just laugh?
I know. Get it all the time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
In my shoes. Okay, quick. Poor smelly Emma. What's her name? Was it Emma? It was Emma. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, do we have somebody else in the chair? I have high hopes for this one. Okay. Hello, nice lady.
Hi, hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Carolina.
Carolina, lovely. And where are you from, Carolina?
I am from Spain, but I live in here in London.
Oh. Javier. So, off you go with your story.
One of the things I do for my job is organize exhibitions, and one of the times I was organizing a
Can I stop you for a second? Can you understand her, Javier?
I understand perfectly.
Why don't you tell your story in Spanish? And Javier can tell us what you're saying.
You think?
Try it.
Hace algún tiempo estaba organizando una exhibición, un
A long
stand
time
para una
ago, she
feria,
was doing an exhibition.
y resulta que estaba escribiendo un email
And she was writing an email.
para que
I blame you. Okay, are we having one more? Okay, one more, and then you go. Okay, one more. Quick. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi. What's your name, sir?
It's Uwe. UWE.
It's like, are they filming a Benetton ad back there? Where are you from?
From California.
Anywhere else?
No, originally from Germany.
Oh, okay.
But we live in El Dorado Hills, California.
Oh, all right, we don't need the number. Off you go, Uwe.
Okay, my story is with my lovely wife who sits in the audience. We went to the Greek islands, and we arrived in Paris on the island, and it was pitch dark, nothing there. Lights out,
like night. Yeah.
No moon. We couldn't see a thing, so we stumbled down the pier. We couldn't even see the hands in front of our face, and ended up in some sandy area. We felt and said, "Oh, cool, romantic on the beach. We're gonna sleep there tonight, wake up tomorrow morning. It's gonna be all romantic for us." So we fell asleep, touchy, kissy, and
I guess.
And so next morning we heard voices around us and people walking. So we crawled out of our sleeping bags, and we saw all those people standing there. So we actually noticed that we walked into the town, ended up in the marketplace, in the park there, and we slept in a sandbox of a children's play area.
That's quite a sweet story. You can walk. Go. Right, that's it. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can just contact us via our website at this very address. Huge thanks to all my guests tonight of Monsters and Men, ladies and gentlemen. Javier, Bardem, Dame Judi Dench, and Mr. Daniel Craig. Join me next week with comedian Paula Grady, dancer and Strictly Judge Darcy Bussell, and musical superstar Robbie Williams. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Play your cards close to your chest. There's a poker night in Family Guy in 5 minutes on BBC 3, while next here the National Lottery draws.